Hello, hello, visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. How are you? Welcome back to our abundance reading. Today is our 142. And let me get this live streaming on our YouTube as well. And today we're quite soon, just in one moment. One moment, I'm introducing you the book we are reading now. Today is about the perfect webinar. How many of you, if you are visionary entrepreneurs, life changers, this will be a game changer for you. This is one of the most important marketing strategies and have been so popular recent years. Being introduced to so many, helped so many people make their online business be successful. Okay, so welcome back to our Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. And this is his second, actually, the second book of his trilogy of secrets. The first one is .com secrets. Second one is secret secrets, and then the third one is the traffic secrets. Now we are already in section 3 for all the the sales strategies. The section 3 is about your moral obligation, and now we are on secret number 12, page 150. Okay, the perfect webinar. And I remember Russell started with this one. When he did this, almost like a lead magnet or lead generation, use this one, generated so many big traffic to his click funnels. Okay, not many pages, just 2 pages, but it's a great strategy. Okay, so the perfect webinar, and there is his the webinars, perfect webinars illumination with these cartoon pictures, right? From the intro rapport to content, to let me ask you a question, and then to all those closest stack. Remember yesterday we talked about the stack slide. That's an irresistible offer, put all the different components from the program you are providing to the tools, to the tangible number 1, 2, 3, right? All those ones to handle people's false beliefs and objections. And then plus the irresistible bonuses. And then finally, you put everything's value together. And that's a stack slide. Now we are getting to the perfect webinar, and I will read his content so you will know what does it mean. Okay. I hesitated to call this secret the perfect webinar. Yeah, the perfect, right? Nobody wants to say that, but then it's really great because I don't want you to think this script only works for webinars. It was initially created for webinars under that name, but since then we've successfully used it for video sales letters, Chinese seminars, webinars, stage presentations, email sequences, and more. Wow. So it's not just the perfect webinar. Later, maybe we could find, after we read this, we get okay, he said it should probably be titled the perfect presentation. Okay, so perfect presentation. So the presentation could be used in sales letter, Chinese seminars, webinars, stage presentations, email sequences, and more. Okay, because for example, video sales letter, you can put your video with a presentation there. Okay, it's all for the teaching. So I actually love that perfect presentation, PP, right? Both P. It's easier to understand. But our community has adopted the name Perfect Webinar, so we'll keep it the same. Just don't forget that this script can and should be used in all selling situations, not just webinars. Okay. Be used in all selling situations. So now you know how critical this script is, okay? In this secret, I'll break down the script process. Then in the next 3 secrets, we'll walk through it step by step. Everything covered so far will be plugged into specific sections of the script. Yes, there is a method to my madness. And while it may seem like we are doing a lot in this script, there is just one goal: get them to believe one thing. Okay, so get them to believe one thing. That's it. That's it. If you ask someone to believe in more than one thing, your sales will suffer. Jason Fladley once explained. Okay, by the way, if this is as a human, even though human is smart, right? And but if you ask people to believe in more than 1, 2 things, they get lost. Okay, because we have quite complicated logics, and then we also need super simple logics to really get into a belief stage. So Jason Fladley once explained, the idea is to have a single point of belief single point of belief, okay, that your message is built around and is emphasized over and over and over again from a variety of different angles. See, remember those marketing stuff? They will repeat the good marketing, will repeat that brand over and over again, just a very simple one, so that you can remember it. So that's a key point, single point of belief. The big domino I mentioned earlier, that is a key thing they need to believe, okay? The big domino, the single point of belief. Remember that, but to get their most desired result, they need just the new opportunity and through only your new vehicle, right? That's a domino. The whole presentation is created to lock down that one domino, and that's it. The 3 secrets you're about to learn are not new things you're trying to get them to believe. They are the tools you use to attack the domino from a variety of different angles. That is a key to the perfect webinar. When you understand this, you are ready to build out your presentation. Okay, so tools to attack the domino from a variety of different angles. So it's just like you keep from different angles to hit at the same big domino to make sure that a single point of belief will be built. Okay. There are a lot of moving pieces in this script, and every single one of them is there for a specific reason. Make sure you don't leave anything out. Before we dive into each individual element, let's look at an overview of the whole process. There are 4 major parts. I love those, like break down into pieces, right? There's 4 parts, let's say. Just like the one sentence persuasion, then the one thing, okay, then what? Then the 3 secrets. I think it will be similar to last time we read. And so we were just repetition is skill, mother of skill. It's like Tony Robbins said. When they repeat, then we will understand the 3 secrets. And then this part 4 is the stack. Nice. He's actually combining or integrating all the previous things he introduced to put them together. So that's like the first is the one sentence persuasion. That should be the domino thing, as I guess, right? Oh, okay. So hold on. The rapport, building a rapport. And that's, let me see, that previously we also introduced that Epiphany Bridge script, remember? Epiphany Bridge script, we introduced those stories, remember? And then there we introduced also that kind of a rapport, build a rapport. And then the one thing, that's for domino. And then that's the 3 secrets. Okay, that's the 3 secrets. Here I see now from the picture. And then finally the stack. Okay, we get the whole bigger picture. I'm a person, I love to see everything from the bigger picture, and then I get into details. Okay, the part 1, the introduction. Let me see. The introduction, building rapport. This is where you welcome people to the presentation. Okay, remember this is a perfect presentation, okay, wherever you are using it to teach. It's just education-based marketing, okay? Build rapport, pick their curiosity and get them excited. Also, this is where you start actually persuading people. That doesn't begin at the close. That begins the second you start talking. This is super important, okay? This is super important. The persuasion part. Persuading people doesn't begin at the close. Begins the second you start talking. That means from the very beginning, okay? Persuade people from the very beginning. So the whole presentation is actually a process of marketing and sales, okay? You persuade people from the beginning to the end. So it's like a conversion. Conversion is not just the end of the presentation. The conversion starts at the beginning. And some mentors will teach you the conversion started already far before you start your presentation. Okay, it's just like you can have like what they call not a follow-up funnel. It's called like some preparation. I forgot the formal name, but it's just like a preparation before your presentation. You prepare people with some kind of like great marketing materials and step by step, and convert them already before they even listen to your actual presentation. Okay, So one sentence persuasion. Let's see, justify failures, encourage dreams. Oh, this is actually, he introduced it before. Remember those 5 areas, 5 types of like one sentence persuasion. Those 1 sentence put into like 5 components. For example, justify failures. Don't blame them, okay? Let them think that their failure is not their fault, okay? And then allay fears. Understand that you also share that on fears before, maybe, right? Throw rocks at enemies. Help them throw rocks at the enemies, so you are ally, you are together. Then confirm suspicions, and just make that suspicion or any doubt transparent. Make them on the surface, and do not, even maybe previously they were unconsciously have that doubt. You will help them put that doubt or suspicion on the surface. And then finally, encourage dreams. So that's a 5 put into one, just a 1 sentence persuasion. Through that persuasion, you will build a rapport. Okay, so sounds easy, but then we will see how to use that, right? And it's just like acknowledge people, oh, you have this, you struggle with this, but it's not a fault because the reasons, right? So like so many people struggle as well, and me too, resonate with it. And for the enemy, what is the enemy? For example, online business. Oh, people told you have to build a big list, or you have to be technical, things like that, right? And you throw rocks at those enemies as well, because they have those enemies as well. And then confirm suspicions. Oh, you may have doubt, will this work for me? You have doubt, will this ever work? Then you have things like prove that, but also like, will this work for me? And you will introduce like how it's so easy, right, to work for everybody. And encourage dreams, encourage it's just like, for me, it's like uplifting their vision and dreams, and encourage them to dream bigger. The people always have that limitations, right? They're not, but help them to get that liberty to dream again and dream bigger. Okay, that's the first one, part 1. Then part 2. That's, by the way, very interesting, right? The introduction part is just like, oh, you must handle so much. Part 2, the one thing. During this section, you'll try to pick their curiosity. You identify the big domino, the one thing, and to tell your first epiphany bridge story, your origin story. Remember, we had a practice. Russell's origin story is about his potato gun story. Mine is like how I lost my Fortune 100 company job during last financial crisis. And then eventually how I figured out my dreams, my passion, and also started to get into coaching, become an entrepreneur, and to coach other people to fulfill myself and also help many other people. So that's my original epiphany bridge story. And right off the bat, you will give people, or you are giving people the same epiphany you had when you discovered a new opportunity, right? I discovered coaching, and how I went through that kind of epiphany, that kind of like it's like a job layoff. Now it's so popular, right? Job layoff, and then how I discovered a new horizon of this consciousness and wisdom, and how eventually figured out this is my core, getting my passion to do as a coach. And this is your first attempt to lock down the big domino, Okay, so that's to fulfill my dream, I need to figure out this, my purposeful and profitable niche, right? My profit niche. And this niche, let's say, and through what? Through, and I create, let's say, original one. So like Russell, in Russell's story, he used like a funnel is the solution. Okay, funnel is the answer, because he failed so many miserably before, and now because of funnel, he then started to work. For me, it's like I also failed before, right, through my corporate world. And then once I get into coaching and eventually figured out my purposeful niche, and since things start to work it out. So that's a domino. Okay, that's a big domino. And first attempt to lock down the big domino. So he's getting there, right? He's getting into funnel. And me too, I'm getting into coaching and the niche. And now part 3, the 3 secrets, breaking and rebuilding belief patterns. This is the content section of the presentation. Okay, this is the content. Normally people say you teach 3 teaching points, right? That's the 3 secrets. Number one is about for value. Okay. This is, you need to identify the false beliefs they have around the following. First, the vehicle, when new opportunity, they have a doubt. Okay, is this my solution? Become a coach. Oh yeah, become a coach. I would encourage other people to become a coach if you really feel that call to inspire and empower other people. And number two, their ability to use the vehicle, internal beliefs. They say, oh, I did not have that experience. I even personally did not go through coaching. I'm not sure about if I can do coaching, right? I'm not sure if I have expertise to do that. And that's an inner belief. And number three, the number one thing they believe is keeping them from getting started. They don't know where, like external beliefs, they don't know where to get their clients or get their needs or clients, right? And to get their message being seen and heard. So you already, so this is putting all this previous learning like together. So Russell is perfect, has a perfectly common sense. You already identified this earlier. So all you have to do is tell Epiphany bridge stories that break their false belief systems and rebuild them with the truth. Okay, the three secrets. The three secrets. The vehicle, the internal beliefs, the external beliefs. Remember, the original story is about get into coaching, right? Left to corporate to get into coaching. But now I met obstacles, how to make money. Okay, I had a passion. I interviewed so many people, but quite many other people, passionate people, also like me, entrepreneurs, right? They have passion, but they're not making money. So this vehicle, now the vehicle, find your niche, eventually clarify your niche. How is this working? Like previously, I was a happiness coach. And after I went through my marriage crisis, it's really like the darkest nights of my life, almost try to suicide, right? Get to the down point, the hell point of my life. And then after I was really saved by God from the suicide, from like a railroad track, and I regained my purpose, regained that kind of a resilience, and also fall into abundance. And my identity, everything, my understanding, my wisdom, my perspective about life, about love, all get into the next level. Instead of just happiness, but get into abundance, a deeper level, a more profound level. And then since then, I further clarified my niche to become and also re-innovated my branding, become an abundance store leadership coach, to empower other visionary entrepreneurs, life changers like you to stand, really step up and step up for your goal and stand out in your ideal niche as confident expert and thought leader, so that you could attract more ideal dream clients and also contribute more and to this world and also transform more lives. So that's what I do now, and I get into this new vehicle I call like abundance movement. Abundance movement with your ideal, purposeful, and profitable niche. Okay, with your this movement, including not just launching, but not just launching a project or business. It's really from the essence of you, from your deep purpose, passion, vision, to your purposeful and profitable niche, to your branding, to your irresistible offer, then your content and community. Okay, the whole system together. That's what I called the abundance movement. Okay, that's a vehicle. And the internal beliefs that you don't believe that you can do this, right? So the secret part, the internal beliefs and how, okay, the internal beliefs and how we did that. We helped our clients to make it happen. And external beliefs, and you think I have this limitation, that limitation, money, time, all those things, and how we will use like case studies there, right? Yeah, in those teaching three secret points, you will also use case studies to prove that it worked and it's easy and it's totally modelable. Like a model, whoever successful people who have already accomplished it, it's much easier for you, right? And also, the external belief, they don't think that they can get enough clients or attract enough needs, and how we use content freedom challenge, right, to get into that creating value kind of movement and really attract traffic. So that's for example, if I teach, that's my three secrets, okay? Notice that the three secrets are not trying to get people to believe new things. They're simply false beliefs they already have about your one thing. Okay, so simply false beliefs. And now, if you lock down these 3 beliefs through the content section of the presentation, the big domino will fall and they will join your new opportunity. The new opportunity is the coaching abundance movement. What keeps them from believing? Okay, so that's like the vehicle, the internal beliefs, the external beliefs. You need to understand their false beliefs and handle those 3 teaching points on it. Okay, so now part 4, the stack. Here is where you move from the teaching to the sales portion of the presentation. Remember, that's like a summary of everything you provide. Don't worry if you're nervous about this. I'm going to give you a magic sentence that will make the transition seamless and natural. You will then present your offer in a very precise format we call the stack. And you will weave in some very specific clauses that have been proven to persuade people to take the action they need in order to get the results. And yes, you will be using your stack slide during this portion of the presentation. So the simple script is this. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you the question. And then the closest stack is like, let's see, he asked a few questions. For example, money is good, information alone, us versus them, only excuses. That's the first one. Second one is the disposable income, money or excuses. The hand hold, reluctant hero. Now the third one is like money replenishes your 2 choices. Say goodbye if you only got. All those like hints you get. And then last one is like a break old belief habits. There are 2 choices, now and later. Close. It's just very interesting. Here's like, let me see, in his original, let me see that closest stack. In that, okay, let me ask a question. That's the transition part. Let me ask a question and then he will ask those questions and put those stack together. Okay. So actually, this is basically the secret number 12, the perfect webinar or the perfect presentation. Remember those 4 components. And put the number on the illustration so I can remember. One is the intro and the rapport. The second is the one thing. The third, let's see. The third is the 3 secrets. The one thing that people understand what's the one thing. What should they believe, right? Dominant. Identify the big domino and first attempt to lock it down. So you would tell here he said, your first epiphany bridge story, original story. Okay. So the one thing, let me see. He actually broke down more. Let's see. Epiphany story. The one thing, you are people. Epiphany story. And this is the epiphany story, original story. And this is a big domino one thing. Okay. Big domino. One thing. Okay, I would encourage you to, when you are reading, put like those aligned things or related things, put them notes so that will remind you. Now, number 3 is that break and rebuild the belief patterns. That's actually the epiphany stories script, right? Remember, number 1 is about a vehicle. It's all about the false beliefs, okay? The belief system. Number 3 is about the belief system. As you can see, the content itself, the content focuses on rebuild their belief. It's amazing, right? So the vehicle, the inner beliefs, and the external beliefs. That's a majority part. And now finally, number 4 is the stack. Ask a question and you introduce one by one and get to the stack. I believe he will, let me see, quickly. So he will do more secrets later and to introduce each part. Yes, see, he have the following beliefs and to get more into this perfect presentation script. So don't worry that you will not get lost. Just first understand the 4 components, okay? So that's for today, this big structure of the perfect webinar or the perfect presentation. And now you know, whenever you teach something important, where do you start, right? What kind of structures you put in, from the intro, build a rapport, to the one thing, epiphany story, your original epiphany story, and the big domino. And then it's the break and build the belief system from 3 angles, from the vehicle, from internal, and from external. Okay, you will need many cases and proofs to show up here, right? And then finally the stack. That's a conclusion and what we will recommend, right? And then you ask people questions step by step, and then you guide them to that step. Okay, and so we will read that more. Okay, that's basically for today, very short. And let me see how many more. Let's say 13, almost like 10. That will be, maybe I could read one more. Let me see, one thing. Actually, this one thing I want to leave for tomorrow. Because every secret has its independent, even though they are all reliant, like secret number 15 will be the stack. Secret number 14 will be the breaking, the break building and rebuilding and the beliefs pattern. 13 will be the one thing. So this chapter, this secret number 12 is actually focused on the one sentence persuasion. Okay, so I hope later after this, maybe we could find some link and to get his specific presentation. Because then when you get into that, you will understand like biology, right? Just to get into like different parts and break down and each part to match it. So this is like a puzzle, very interesting puzzle, right? We learn step by step and we put all of them together. Like as you can see, we learned in the section 2 about all this kind of belief part, creating belief, right? Like the big domino, the like epiphany bridge stories, and then all of those are used here. Okay, so yeah, this is Russell's great writing, and he's putting all this great step-by-step guidance into it. This is definitely so practical marketing and sales strategy and implementation book. Okay, so make sure that you will get a free copy. You can still find that in this comment, in this description of this YouTube video, and also encourage you to join our communities Abundant Entrepreneurs, so we could together thrive together and also keep this learning journey and a practice journey together. Okay, everyone, thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, oh, by the way, check our Instagram for every day. It's just like everyday quick, a few minutes, within 5 minutes, a quick highlight and a brief, so that we will keep on track. All right, see you tomorrow. Okay, keep reading, keep growing, and keep enjoying this journey. And so